Welcome to a Locked On Titans postcast. The Tennessee Titans win their first game of the season, 24-22 against the Las Vegas Raiders. And boy, did they make us sweat. I'm breaking down all the biggest moments and reliving the entire game on a Locked On Titans victory postcast. Let's get it.
You are Locked On Titans, your daily Tennessee Titans podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Dear God, Titans fans, the Titans get their first win of the season, but let's be honest, that was not good for my health. Shout out to Charles, but it looked like the Titans were about to snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory. Why do they do this to us? That's what I want to know. We're going to dive into all of it. Again, this is a live postcast. Just going to have about 10 minutes here breaking down everything you guys need to know from the game, reliving the moments with you guys, an instant reaction. Make sure that you subscribe to the Locked On Titans podcast. My full 30-minute recap will be coming later on tonight, where I break down the keys to victory on both sides of the ball, talk about all the individual performances, both good and bad, with Tighten Up and Tighten Down. Remember, free Monday through Friday, daily Tennessee Titans content on all platforms, including the Locked On Titans YouTube channel. Subscribe, smash the notification bell, and hey, throw a thumbs up if you're glad that the Tennessee Titans won their first game of the season. But the Titans came out on fire in this game. I mean, the offense just looked great. A great opening drive. And here's the thing. The Titans had it all going in that opening drive. They ran zone runs and got Henry going. They ran a few pull runs, so they're varying the run game. They got Burks on an explosive, creative play on the reverse. Play action, shotgun, slant to Robert Woods. And then, of course, play action at the goal line, the toss to Jeff Swaim. It is time to play the Swaim. I thought Swaim had a pretty good day. Titans go up 7-0. And early on, we knew what the game was. Target Terrence Mitchell. That's what the Raiders did all day long. They did it early on their first drive. They got the big pass interference on McCreary that I thought was a tad bit tic-tac, but by law, or by the rules, by law, I guess it is right. The Titans got the Raiders on the goal line, though. Raiders thought the Titans were going to be in man. They're in zone. They take away the quick flat route. Titans hold for a field goal. So a big win for the Titans defense early. Then what happened with Derrick Henry here? His career high with 5 catches. Outrageous, man. Henry had a bunch of catches on that second drive. We got the play action bomb to Robert Woods for 41 yards, who had a great game. Robert Woods out there. Burks with a physical catch, and then down to the 1-yard line on that Burks catch, Derrick Henry just plows it in. Titans go up 14-3. Again, the Raiders attacking Mitchell again. But one thing that really stood out to me, the Titans just continue to have no run defense on the edge. And it's going to make it tough for them to avoid explosive plays in the run game. Davante Adams gets the touchdown early on, but I mean, that was just a superstar play. And let's all be honest with ourselves. Kevin Byard is a great player. One of the best safeties in the NFL, if not the best safety in the NFL. But he can't go one-on-one in man coverage against Davante Adams. That has never been Kevin Byard's game, and it never will be. So the Titans are still up 14-10 after that Adams touchdown. But then the Titans do what they do best. I've been saying all week the Titans need to get back to their identity. Outside zone run, and Henry really got things going on that third drive. Robert Woods makes another couple of plays. The Titans are running left. Dennis Daly is moving people off the ball. You love to see it. Ryan Tannehill sneaks it in. The Titans go up 21-10. Roger McCreary has a good drive on Davante Adams. Darren Waller drops that wide open pass with Kevin Byard on his hip, and the Raiders punt. The Titans get it back. Unfortunately, the offensive onslaught finally slows down. The Titans punt as pressure gets on Ryan Tannehill on third down. There's about a minute left, though. 10-yard line for the Raiders, Rashad Weaver, who had a pretty good game out there. Got to give a lot of credit to Dream Weaver. He got the sack, forces the punt. I mean, at this point, I'm feeling pretty good about the Titans. They're up 21-10, go down, get the field goal. They're up 24-10 before halftime. I mean, we're cooking. We're cooking 24-10. But of course, the second half happens. And before we get into the second half, do want to tell you guys about our friends over at PrizePicks. PrizePicks makes daily fantasy football easy. They have projections on their site. Traylon Burks, 2.5 catches, more or less. Ryan Tannehill, 1.5 touchdowns, more or less. Derrick Henry, 80 rushing yards, more or less. Basically, you just pick 2 to 5 players. You pick whether they're going to do more or less than what PrizePicks projects. And if you win, you can get 10 times the money on your entry. Right now, go to prizepicks.com. Use promo code LOCKEDON. You're going to get a 100% deposit match up to $100. Once again, that's promo code LOCKEDON for a 100% deposit match up to $100 at prizepicks.com or on the PrizePicks app. Also, want to tell you about our friends over at Nugenix. As you get older, your body starts to change. You don't get as much free testosterone. And how do you replace that? How do you get your swagger back? How do you get back on track with losing weight and feeling better and having more energy? It's easy. Nugenix Total T. It contains man-boosting key ingredients like testosterone. It's been validated in 5 clinical studies, shown to boost free testosterone levels in men, while other products profess that they're quality. Many other products use these generic ingredients that often are far less effective and far less than clinical grade. With Nugenix Total T, you get the same clinical potency levels used in the trials, and Nugenix formula is backed by 10 years of science and research. Now you can get a complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T when you text NFL to 231-231. Text now and you'll get a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, their most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text NFL to 231-231. Once again, that's text NFL to 231-231. Titans fans, we got to get into the second half. The Titans come out. I mean, I'm thinking with what they did in the first half, they're going to come out. They're going to continue running outside zone. They're going to continue finding matchups by running the correct personnel out on the field. But what do the Titans do? What do the Titans do? They come out. They get predictable. They stop running outside zone. And that's how these things happen. Now, luckily, the Raiders made a lot of mistakes in the second half. The Raiders come out. They have an 8-minute drive to start and only get a field goal because Simmons and Autry get pressure on Carr on third down on a twist stunt up front. That was beautiful. Then the Titans come out, their first drive, penalties, and Tannehill throws a terrible interception. They barely waste any time. So the Raiders only get a field goal on an 8-minute drive, and the Titans come out and shoot themselves in the foot with penalties and a turnover. Great stuff. Love to see that. Classic Titans coming out of halftime. Then the Raiders just try to kill themselves. Really, you get the hold on the big Darren Waller penalty. You get Devontae Adams' toe on the line. They get a delay of game. They run a surrender screen on 3rd and 18. Luckily for them, they back the Titans up on their 2-yard line on a crazy call. But the Raiders just totally waste the opportunity, and how lucky for the Titans. But after that, the Titans have a good drive. They're marching down the field. They get to the plus side of the field. It's 3rd and 1, and Todd Downing, what are you doing? The Titans have had success running to the perimeter on outside zone all day, and Todd Downing runs duo up the middle on 3rd and 1. What are we doing here, Todd? What are we doing? So, of course, after that, the Titans go for it on 4th, and Tannehill gets pressured. It's inaccurate behind Traylon Burks. Burks could have caught it for sure, but it's a turnover on downs. Then immediately, Waller gets a big catch. Hooker has a bad penalty. It's like a snap of a finger, and the Raiders are at the 13-yard line. Kevin Byard. When you need a superstar play, Kevin Byard will make it for you. Unbelievable. Kevin Byard gets the interception. Once again, just always stepping up when the Titans need him most. The Titans get the 4th and 1 on their next one. Typical play calling. I thought it was Austin Hooper got the first down on the catch. The Titans don't challenge. They don't go for it. They punt again, and then madness just starts to happen. Christian Fulton with the bust on the coverage to Matt Collins. Christian Fulton does make a play at the end to force a field goal, so that's good. But now the Titans are only up by 8. What happened here? What happened? Man, I cannot believe this team nearly gave this game away. The Titans come out with terrible personnel. Once again, they're using Cody Hollister out there with Nick Westbrook-Akina and 2 tight ends. Of course, it's going to be a run. They get stopped. A great punt by Ryan Stonehouse. We got to talk about Ryan Stonehouse. We got to talk about it. Ryan Stonehouse has been awesome. And then at the end, the Raiders have 3 minutes, no timeouts. They drive all the way down. They get the touchdown because, Terrence Mitchell is just awful and needs to be cut tomorrow. I don't know how he can be better than Caleb Farley. I just don't understand it. I don't understand how. But at the end of the day, Dylan Cole knocks away the pass, prevents the 2-point conversion, and the Titans win. Guys, this was an ugly one. I don't think this gives people much more hope than they had coming into the game, even though they won. But either way, I called this a playoff game in September. The Titans had to win this game, especially with the Colts beating the Kansas City Chiefs. God dang it, man. God dang it. So anyway, going through that game, it was up and down, up in the first half, down in the second half. But when plays had to be made, the Titans found a way to do it. They win 24-22 over the Raiders. It was fun recapping the entire game with you guys. I'm going to be back tonight live on the YouTube channel, breaking down my keys to victory on offense and defense, what I saw, the good performances, both good and bad performances, and tighten up, tighten down. What a whirlwind of a game. The Titans need some cornerbacks ASAP. Oh, man, it's just a disaster. And Caleb Farley was always an X factor. So the fact that he's unplayable, we see why the Titans defense is struggling so much along with all the injuries. But we're going to get into all of that in my full-length recap later on tonight. It'll be up on the channel this evening. And then, of course, Tuesday, I'll be diving into the game even more. Wednesday is Rewatch Wednesday. Thursday will be Crossover Thursday with the new hosts of Locked On Colts. Friday, a game plan. Can't wait for the week ahead on Locked On Titans. Make sure that you stay subscribed. Get subscribed. Whatever you got to do. Your team every day, free and available on all platforms. That's going to do it for me today, though, folks. Not for today. I'll be back later on. But for this postcast edition of the Locked On Titans, everybody take care. I'll see you later on tonight for the full recap.